All right, so for this story time, we have Lydia here to join us. Lydia is a UIC student who is majoring in computer science but is in our BS-MS program. So she's completed her BS, finishing up her MS over the next year. She's also accepted a data visualization engineering position at Nike, which she's also working at the same time. I have gotten the chance to work with Lydia in a couple different capacities. She's doing all sorts of different projects and work that are really interesting. So I'm really excited to have her here to talk to us a little bit about her role at Nike and sort of her journey there from starting at CS251. So enjoy.
Okay, so now we have a UIC BS MS student in computer science, Lydia Say, to share with us some of her experiences so far working with things about our class outside of our class and industry and whatnot. And it's fun because she's much closer to kind of where you are all at as well. So hi, Lydia.
Hi, Professor Reckinger. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
And as you have already introduced, I am on my last year of the BSMS program. So I'm doing that master's portion right now. And I'm also currently a data visualization engineer over at Nike. I landed that full time after working for about a year and a half as an intern over at Synchrony Financial, doing roles from project management all the way to software engineering.
Cool. And so tell us a little bit about how data structures has impacted the course. CS251 has kind of impacted your journey so far.
Oh, it has definitely impacted the journey incredibly, especially because a lot of the times prior to CS251, I kind of was the type of person who wrote code kind of pretty like iteratively, just kind of like, okay, well, I'm just going to write everything in one function. And then if it works, it works. But what CS251 definitely taught me was how to think differently. So now there are different considerations, and I see that in the real world today, where considerations like runtime do matter, especially in my role at Nike. When we're talking about data, it's not just a simple text file that you have in your local program, it's petabytes of data. And so this is where runtime matters. And I've had a lot of, opportunities to kind of go in and help teams out with optimizing some of their queries or working on helping our visualizations load up a little bit faster. And then also on top of that, in the intern space, I remember very clearly over the summer, I had the opportunity to kind of solve, it was almost like a puzzle, so to speak. And the idea here was that I was supposed to extract information from a JSON, but the JSON object wasn't set in stone. So it could be, lots of nested keys and properties and so forth. And because it's so dynamic, that CS251 thinking definitely came into handy because senior engineers were definitely asking me why I was using one approach as opposed to another, and I had to present that to the team.
Cool. And so how long ago did you take 251?
I took 251, I want to say it was fall of 2018.
2018. Cool. So yeah, so you've had like a couple of years now really to kind of process and think, and it's definitely something that takes a little bit of time to develop the skills for it. So if you could kind of, this is like a big ask, but if you could leave the students with sort of a words of wisdom piece of advice, what would you say?
I would definitely say that, keep going, keep working at it. And I know a lot of people, kind of sometimes have an all or nothing mindset. It's like you're either born with algorithmic thinking or you're not. And I can attest that that's definitely not the case. As long as you are willing to try, keep practicing, keep going, you'll get stuck, and that's okay. Just don't give up, and be sure to reach out to the rest of the CS community as well, with Professor Reckinger, all your TAs, and never forget that you are very, very capable of solving the problems, especially in interviews and wherever life leads you.
Yeah, definitely. And when you think back to when you were at the class, taking the class and
Yes.
first using all of these skills to now, would you say that you've grown a lot, or like you've seen like a huge improvement in your own skills?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Because you're talking about like justifying your choices in front of senior engineers. Like, could you
Mhm.
ever imagine, when you were first taking CS 251, if that's what you would be able to do?
Oh gosh, I definitely was really nervous about if I would ever get to that point of being able to explain my thinking. And it is in and of itself like a huge, privilege to be able to be like, I can actually defend why I wrote something now. And
Mm-hmm.
that growth it takes time is the key there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
super cool. Okay, thanks so much, Lydia, for stopping by and joining us. It was really great to hear from you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, see ya.